Hello all. Talking about my topic of presentation, which was with about the cache memory, its levels, its architecture, and the mainly the concepts of hit and miss. So, talking about the future of computer architecture related to this topic of cache. In my opinion, as I'm seeing today, cache memories are increasing their capacity and their speed and their hit rate in a large scale. We can't deny that cache memory is one of the most important aspects and one of the most important devices that are present nowadays. The CPU can't rely on only RAM memory and auxiliary memory uh, because they are not as reliable and as speedy as RAM. Today's programs are heavy. The CPU must run a lot of cycles, a lot of fetching, a lot of decoding, a lot of executing, and to do this, it needs data, and this data should be retrieved instantly, and RAM and auxiliary memory can do that. So in the future, uh, CPUs are going to be faster, RAMs are going to be faster, but not as fast as CPUs, never. Auxiliary memory, it can be improved. As we can see today, there are SSDs that are with a higher quality and higher speed than HDDs. I don't know what is going to be in the future alongside with the SDDs, but it is very important. So this aspect of having a faster cache memory, I guess cache memory is going they are going to work on cache memory. Uh, the cache memory today is having like a reasonable cache hit rate. So I guess in the future they are going to work on it to have a higher cache hit rate, of course, and lower miss rates and lower miss penalty. Uh, because this cache memory is is the future of computers. Having a faster cache memory, a larger fast memory, even if it's so expensive. So if they found a way to lower its cost, this is gonna be something exceptional. It's gonna revolutionize this computing industry, and and the and the computer architecture having such such architecture is was something very revolutionary in the past. Let's see what's going to occur in the future. To be honest, I found a lot of interesting connections between between my topic, which is about cache memory hit and miss, and other topics like cache replacement, uh, cache countermeasures, quantum computing. But I was captivated by one presentation topic while answering the second question about possible extension of my topic relative to other topics presented during class. I found honestly the branch prediction, as they detailed in one of the video, and after reading about it, it gives the possibility to predict an instruction before it actually happens, and that's what all about the cache hit and miss. So uh, By this means, it makes it possible to improve the flow in instruction pipeline. So my point here is that by improving branch prediction, hit rate is going to be much higher. It's going to be improved, and the CPU is going to have to operate faster, and that's the whole point about the cache hit, and the whole point behind including such new ideas. But what I thought about is, why wouldn't we include artificial intelligence in branch prediction? I know that they are working on that. Uh, I guess they found they are already familiar with that, but it's only done offline. Branch prediction is only done offline by AI. Artificial intelligence, they can't go beyond the offline right now. They are trying their best, but like there are no couldn't found any branch prediction done online, because like it is very expensive. It requires a lot of space, a lot of time. I found something related to that. Uh, they found something called perceptrons. They are a new type of branch predictors. They are built using AI, more precisely neural networks. Uh, it it improves the accuracy of the prediction with a high level, but it is since it is based on neural networks, it requires a lot of machine learning, a lot of data to be processed before being able to operate perfectly. For me, I really found those two topics very closely related: cache and branch prediction using AI. Uh, they can contribute in having faster computers, in doing some extraordinary things in the future. Uh, this, I guess, it's a good collaboration, but when we will be seeing it in our times, I really don't know. But I really look forward to see how the hit rates would increase by the mean of branch predictions using AI. I really look forward to that. Answering the last question, which is, pick what you consider to be the most significant topic for computer architecture presented by someone else, and describe why you think is significant. Uh, to be honest, there were a lot of significant and interesting topics uh, during class, but the most one that captivated me was quantum computers. I was a fan of knowing about quantum computers, and one of our classmates did a great job presenting this topic. To be honest, uh, why I chose to talk about quantum computers is that I read an article days ago about the threat that can be presented by quantum computers in the future on banks and especially cryptocurrencies. As we know, today, Bitcoin is a very powerful cryptocurrency. Uh, it reached like $30K those days, and everyone is talking about it. And it was mentioned in this article that this cryptocurrency is very vulnerable to this quantum computers. Uh, since uh, since this cryptocurrency is based on mining. uh, by solving extremely complex problems, quantum computers will be able to crack those currencies algorithms much faster than networks. Thus, quantum computers is a real threat on those currencies, especially that there aren't much of bitcoins today, because they're built on mining, and to have a bitcoin, you should mine it or buy it with a lot of money. So uh, there are some banks that contain complex algorithms to protect them, and there might be a threat by quantum computers to attack those banks. So, uh, what's the what related to computer architecture? Uh, those quantum computers are non-normal computers. What are their limitations, their drawbacks? Uh, can they be outperformed, and can they be stopped, like in this case of banks, and sometimes some real classified information, they can be cracked. This is a very important topic, which is quantum computers. They are unusual computers with a very high capacity of computing, but we should be aware of some of their counter uses, and take some measures to protect the to protect the computing world from such monster computers.